Hey guys, Brandon Gomez here, back again with another video, and welcome to part 2 of rating every confirmed 2022 NASCAR Cup Series paint scheme. Let's get into it. First off, we have Denny Hamlin's FedEx paint scheme. It looks good. I like the purple fading into the orange. I like that gradient. But I just kind of wish that the side skirt was painted, but I know they're not allowed to paint the side skirt, which is dumb, but overall, it's a good scheme. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Ryan Blaney's Libman Menards car. This is basically the same as Cindric's car, but with a different sponsor and a different color on the hood. Not sure how to feel on the color combo, but it has good use of sponsor space. 5 out of 10. Next up, we have Ryan Blaney's Worth car. Now this one I like. The white, the red, and the black just go really well together. It looks great. Although they could have used the sponsor space better, but overall, still a good scheme. 7 out of 10. Next is Ryan Blaney's Advanced Auto Parts scheme. I didn't like it when it was first revealed, but honestly, it's kind of grown on me. I like how they used the sponsor space with the big Advanced logo on the side. I feel like that was nicely done. 6 out of 10. Next up, we have Ryan Blaney's Great Lakes Flooring Menards car. This is basically the same as Austin Cindric's Menards car, but with a different sponsor on the hood. So, I'll give this the same rating that I gave Cindric's car. 5 out of 10. Next is Chase Briscoe's Mahindra Tractors paint scheme. I like this. Like I said in the previous video, Stuart Haas just does not miss with these paint schemes. This is fire. 7 out of 10. Next is David Reagan's Select Blinds car. Simple design. I like it. I like the white and the blue and the black with the yellow number. Just goes really well together. 6 out of 10. Next, we have Ryan Preece's Jacob Company's car. I like the use of sponsor space with, the big J next to the 15 to represent Jacob Companies. And just the white and the blue, they go really well together. Along with the red number. Looks great. 7 out of 10. Next up is AJ Allmendinger's ChevyLiners.com car. I'm not sure how to feel about this one. It's just black and neon yellow stripes. And they could have used the sponsor space better. 4 out of 10. Next up is Noah Gregson's CURETOKEN car. I'd like the orange on this. And then just the white stripes. I like the design of this paint scheme. It looks really good. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Chris Buescher's Fastenal car. This is basically just a reverse version of Brad Keselowski's paint scheme. Or somewhat a reverse version. And it looks really simple. I like it. 6 out of 10. Next, we have Kyle Busch's M&M's car. There's more M&M's characters rather than just the red guy and the yellow guy. Actually, I think it has all the characters. And, with the number being moved forward, they were able to improvise the paint scheme. And it looks way better than it ever did with the number at the center of the door. 10 out of 10. Next is Kyle Busch's Interstate Batteries car. This they did a good job using the sponsor space. Just turning the Interstate Batteries logo a bit and making it bigger. Really good use of sponsor space. And they kept the lightning bolt paint scheme. So, bonus points for that. 8 out of 10. Next up, we have Martin Truex Jr.'s Auto Owners paint scheme. I like how they have the dark blue in the middle of the car, and then it has a gradient going out to the white, or the light blue. I feel like that's a really nice touch. And good use of sponsor space on this one. 6 out of 10. Next, we have Martin Truex Jr.'s Bass Pro Shops Trekker Boats car. Good use of sponsor space on this one as well. And this is basically his 2021 scheme, but with the number moved forward and the logos moved around. So it's just an improvised version of last year's scheme. And it still looks great. 7 out of 10. Next up is Christopher Bell's Ream paint scheme. This is basically last year's scheme, but improvised with the number moved forward. They could have done a better job at using the sponsor space, but it still looks good. 7 out of 10. Next up is Christopher Bell's DeWalt paint scheme. I like this. The yellow and the black just go really well together. It looks great. Although they could have made the DeWalt logo a little bigger, but overall, it's still a good scheme. 7 out of 10. Next is Christopher Bell's Sirius XM car. I like this. This one looks cool. The blue and the white just go really well together. Although they could have made the Sirius XM logo a little bit bigger, but it still looks great. 7 out of 10. Next up is Harrison Burton's Ford Motorcraft paint scheme. I count both as one because they're essentially the same scheme, just with a different logo next to the number. But the one with Dex Imaging looks better than the one with Ford Motorcraft. But they're both decent, and I give both of them a 6 out of 10. Next is Harrison Burton's Dex Imaging car. I like this. I like how it has the red going from the roof to the front bumper with a white hood, and then mostly white on the sides, and then red from the front of the side skirt to the quarter panel. It looks really good. 7 out of 10. Next up is Joey Logano's Shell Pennzoil paint scheme. All I have to say for this is why? Just why? It has good use of sponsor space, but it's clearly just a yellow base with red on the bottom. And not even on the whole bottom, because there's only red trim around the front wheel well, while the back wheel well is just yellow. Just why? I get that people didn't like the scallops, but the scallops were way better than whatever this is. 0 out of 10. R.I.P. Scallops, 2011 through 2021. Next up is Joey Logano's AAA insurance car, both his regular and his Southern California car that he will run at Auto Club Speedway. Okay, so his regular one looks fine, but what the hell were they thinking when they did the one for Auto Club Speedway? Just why? Again, the scallops look way better than whatever the hell the Auto Club car is supposed to be. So his regular AAA insurance car gets a 6 out of 10. But his Southern California car, just 3 out of 10. Next up is Bubba Wallace's Lados car. Or Lidos, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, I like the color scheme on this. It looks really good. And, Lados actually was the sponsor for Bubba Wallace back in his Xfinity days. And now they're back. And with a great paint scheme, no less. 8 out of 10. Next is Bubba Wallace's DoorDash car. His DoorDash car from last year was great. And this year's DoorDash scheme is great as well. I like the color scheme on this one. 7 out of 10. Next is William Byron's Valvoline car. This has the same color scheme as the one that he ran at the Charlotte Roval. I didn't really like his Charlotte Roval one that much, and I don't like this one that much either. 4 out of 10. Next is William Byron's Liberty University car. I don't like the sponsor. I don't like Liberty University whatsoever. If you want to know why, just look them up. They're really controversial. But anyway, it has flames on it, like what used to be featured on his old Exalta schemes. And honestly, I don't like his Liberty University car either. It just doesn't look good. 4 out of 10. And for our final paint scheme of part 2, we have William Byron's Exalta paint scheme. If you've been a viewer of the channel long enough, you'll know how I feel about this already. This is basically a improvised version of his 2021 scheme. I did not like it last year. I still don't like it this year. It just doesn't look good. I hate it. 0 out of 10. That concludes part 2 of rating every confirmed 2022 NASCAR Cup Series paint scheme. What are your thoughts? Do you think some of these should have been given a higher rating? Do you think some of these should have been given a lower rating? How would you rate these paint schemes? Let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see more of me, be sure to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server. Links to both are in the description down below. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel for more motorsports content. Thank you all so much for watching. That's it from me. Peace.